Hey folks, we are live. I'm just going to check our audio is working. If anyone is just tuned into the live stream, if you can comment below to make sure, just see if you can hear me, let me know. That would be good. I'm just going to check myself. Yep, we are live. So hey, welcome along to this. It's not masterclass as such. It's just a live Facebook Live event, and we're going to be covering a topic that's going to be, it's close to my heart actually. One of the biggest problems that we have in the MSP IT sort of industry, and it's something that I can totally relate to, is getting in front of people that are looking for IT support, people that need technology solutions, getting in front of those people and being able to speak to them. I know that is a massive pain point because I have experienced that myself. And if you can relate to that, you know, being able to find local businesses that are actually looking for IT services, that was always the biggest difficulty I had when I was doing IT sales and when I had my own MSP. Over the last 2.5 years, we have built a system here at IT Rockstars that kind of solves that problem, and that's the whole reason that we exist, is to help solve that problem. And it's taken a lot of learning to get to the point that we're going to get to tonight. But one of the biggest issues that we have in the industry, and that I see so many managed service providers doing, is they go after some sort of form of marketing tactic, be it SEO, Google ads, Facebook ads, social media marketing, you name it. There's just so many different marketing avenues open to you. And to tell you the truth, they all kind of work together. But the biggest issue is actually the process behind that. So it's not the channel that you're going after to try and get leads. It's the way that you devise the process. Now, I'm maybe not making a lot of sense here tonight, and I'm going to kind of go into a little bit more detail on this. But no matter what marketing channel that you go to, so if you come to us for marketing at IT Rockstars, or if you go to one of our competitors, if you're going to someone like Google for Google Ads, whatever you do, make sure you do this first, okay? And it's 90% of the members that join us at IT Rockstars, they miss this. They miss this piece of the process within their sales and marketing. Now, we do realize that marketing is supposed to complement sales and make the sale easier. Marketing is seen as it's going to get you the leads and then you get the sale. Well, actually, they're kind of combined. So it needs to be a sales focused approach to marketing. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I'd probably make it a little bit more simple, a little bit easier to understand, is that it's a targeted form of marketing. And when I say targeted, I mean having an idea of who you want to do business with. So that's kind of like our title for today's topic. It's MSP prospecting. Now, prospecting, that's very much a sales activity, but I'm going to take it into the marketing sphere, and I'm going to call this a targeted approach to your marketing. So if you are doing any sort of IT sales at the moment, the question I've got for you is, do you have a prospects list? If you are doing any form of marketing at the moment, do you have a prospects list? That is the question that I have. Now, what you can do with a prospects list, and this is where the power of having a prospect list is that you can market specifically in this day and age where you can like target pretty much anyone on the planet with marketing. Like you can go onto somewhere like Facebook, you can target a particular interest. Well, you can do the same for your local market. You can target the people that you actually want to do business with, the ones that you believe are going to be a really good fit for your business. You can target them with your marketing, and then you can eventually sell to them and they will buy from you. And it's going to be a lot more easy than what I call the shotgun approach. Is you go after some marketing channel, you put some money to it, and it's like a shotgun. You're just firing bullets, firing pellets out there, and it's kind of spraying your message everywhere. If you can be really targeted like a sniper, it's a really bad analogy, this, then and having a target list, you're going to be far more likely to actually win that business. And the benefit of this is the fact that you can not only sell to them, but you can market to them first. So if you're very reluctant to, say, for example, pick up the phone and actually speak to someone that you've never spoken to before, well, if you know that you've been marketing to them consistently and they know who you are, they know what your message is, then it's going to be a much easier conversation. So we're going to get into this today. Let's get on to the slides here. Let me bring up the slides. I've got this little MSP prospecting slide pack. And this is what I've kind of just discussed, is like the biggest problem we have is we can't find the leads. We don't know where the leads are coming from. We don't know where our next bit of business is coming from. We're maybe working on referral sources, word of mouth, referrals, existing clients, maybe business associates. That's what we're working on just now. We don't even know the types of businesses that we're looking to take on. So this is the quandary that we find ourselves in. We just we want to take any business that we can get hold of, and we want to support their their IT systems. Okay, and that is really not the way that you want to go around this. And that leads to having absolutely no consistent growth. Now I've got this picture of this dog, and this is a Google search, but this dog looks a little bit lost, and you might kind of feel like that with the leads that are coming into you, or the lack of leads that are coming into you. You might find like you're a little bit lost and you don't know where to go. Well, that's the whole, that's what we're going to solve here tonight. This is the big problem that we've all got. And we've been working on this for 2.5 years, and we have the solution here at IT Rockstars, and we're going to share with you this solution. Now you might see the background image there. I know there's a few views in that, but the solution is define who it is that you actually want to work with. And then once you know who you actually want to work with, then you can actually market to them, and you combine both your marketing and your sales together in this process. So it's not purely, I'm going to turn on Google ads and just let anyone come to me and they're going to buy from me. It doesn't work like that at all. And one of the hard facts that you kind of have to come across is no matter how awesome your marketing is for your IT business, you could have $1 million budget for your IT marketing. The likelihood that you're going to get people picking up the phone and go, hey, Scott, I really want your IT services. Sell me your managed service contract. I want to sign that dotted line for that, that managed service contract for the next 36 months, the next 60 months. It doesn't happen like that. There is a whole sales process as well. And the fact is, you're also marketing, however awesome it is, you're going to actually have to pick up the phone and speak to those people that you're marketing to. It's a hard fact of reality, and it's one that you if you haven't already been doing this, you will come to realize this in the managed service space. If you really want to speak to people, if you really want their business, you're going to have to speak to them. And if you do the marketing side first, it's a far more easy conversation once it actually comes to picking up the phone and actually speaking to them. So who the hell do we want to work with? Well, we start with the industry niche. And the way that I teach our members at IT Rockstars is looking at your existing client base, and who out of that existing client base, who do you like the most? Which ones do you actually like working with? Which ones do your staff like working with? Those are the types of people you want to attract into your business. Those businesses are the types of businesses you want to attract in. So write down, this is the exercise, like write down the clients that you love, who are your best paying clients, who are the ones that actually pay you in time, who are the ones that say thank you. I know that's kind of like uncommon in the IT space, like someone actually thanking you for resolving a problem. I remember I used to keep a little folder in Outlook, and it was called Praise. It was anytime anyone ever emailed me back to say thank you for fixing that problem, and that folder was, it's barely full of, I think it was maybe 2 messages, isn't it, over the course of 5 years. But people that actually like you as well, like they like your business, they know what you stand for. So these businesses that you have, if you've got like 100 clients, or you've got 50, or maybe you've only got 20, or maybe you're only just starting out in business, define the types of businesses that you want to work with. So what do those businesses do? Like how do they serve their market? What is it they do? Are they funeral directors? Do they put people on the ground? Are they professional services, legal, healthcare? What type of businesses are they? Okay. How big are these businesses? So is it 10 users that you're servicing? Is it 50 users? Are you working with an internal IT team and you're supporting that internal IT team? Define those businesses, okay? And then once you've kind of got like 5 or 6 of those definitions down on a piece of paper, you got to go off and prospect. You got to go and find similar businesses. It's really that simple. And I might be making it a little bit too simple here in this little slideshow that I've got here for you tonight. But there's some things that you can do when it comes to prospecting. So the first thing is, okay, you've defined, maybe you're looking at your existing client base and you're looking at the 5 best clients that you've got. Who are their competitors? Okay. And I give an example of this, maybe not so much competitors, but when I was working for it was a non-profit, I was like, okay, I really like this client. They pay me on time. They've got a nice user base to support. They've got a good amount of endpoints. Who are similar types of businesses in this field? And I had 5 or 6 of those different non-profits written down. And it was basically kind of like their competitors. They were in the non-profit space, but they were kind of like competitors. And they were my prospects. I know for a fact, because I was already servicing that type of client. I knew the culture that type of client was. I knew for a fact I'd be able to service the other type of client that was in the similar space. So look at your best clients' competitors, who they are. Find out who they are. Ask your existing clients who their main competitors are, if you don't actually know who they are. Okay, you can get involved with this with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. We have some videos in the IT Rockstars members area that goes into detail in these different areas about where to actually find these prospects. So LinkedIn Sales Navigator is the main one. The cool thing with LinkedIn Sales Navigator is live data that's always kept up to date. BNI International, they have a directory of paying members. They'll list out all the chapters in your area, and you can go into that directory. It's public facing, it's on the web, and you can basically mine that directory for the types of businesses that you're looking for. And the cool thing is, quite often in that directory, the member profiles in BNI, they'll actually put their cell phone number in there as well. There's a lot of cool things you can do if you've got someone's cell phone number online. That I will save for another day. There's a Chamber of Commerce. Again, this is businesses that are paying a membership fee to be in that directory. Again, you can go into your local directory, find those prospects there. And the final one is groups and associations, a perfect example of that. I'm sure I'm broadcasting this out to Facebook at the moment. You're maybe a member of the MSP Marketing Lab Facebook group or another Facebook group associated with MSPs. Your prospects are going to be in similar types of groups for their industry as well. A really cool place to look actually for prospects is maybe there's a piece of software that's particular to your client base or your prospect base. It could be something like Xero. It could be a piece of accountancy software. These types of software, these vendors will have Facebook groups. They'll have LinkedIn groups, and there'll be associations and whole sort of network groups associated with these types of software vendors and tech stacks. So that's a few examples. We do get into the sort of nitty-gritty detail of that in IT Rockstars and kind of go through it in detail. But that's the main prospecting route that we have. It's open to us. What to do with your list? So this is the bit. So you get together 100 businesses on a list. What you can do with them is you can market to them. And there's what I call it's omnipresence. So it's not taking one channel. So like I'm broadcasting at the moment to, I think it's Twitter here, YouTube, Facebook group, and my Facebook page. So I'm kind of omnipresent across the space. But if you can be consistent in this omnipresence approach to marketing, so we do this at IT Rockstars. We've got a WordPress tool that our members can load up into their environment, and it will post out content to their blog automatically if they're on WordPress. It posts out educational premium white label content that their prospects, specifically designed for their prospects. And that same content is not only in their blog, it gets shared to all of their social platforms through our automation tool. So immediately we're becoming omnipresent in posting out to LinkedIn, posting to the blog. We also have a newsletter template that we send that we give our members at IT Rockstars, and that allows our members to actually put in the mail to their prospects once they've defined this prospects list. It allows them to send out this newsletter in the mail, and we advise, and again in the membership, put a QR code on that newsletter, cookie the QR code, so that if someone scans the QR code with their mobile device, they will be cookied, the device will be cookied, and you can retarget them with remarketing. And again, we do this in IT Rockstars in the membership. We'll show you actually how to remarket to people that have been to your website, people that have scanned in your QR code. And what happens there is when you know for a fact that someone's taken your newsletter and scanned it, or they've seen on your LinkedIn timeline a piece of your content and they went to your website, they're in like your audience. So I'm going to be doing the same thing here. If anyone that's watching this video on Facebook, I'll immediately it'll happen like next week. Because they've engaged in this video, I can tell Facebook, anyone that's engaged in this video or been to my website, start showing them my IT Rockstars advert, because I know for a fact they're kind of like my warm audience that I should really be marketing to more. So it's like that funnel approach. You got your prospects at the top, then you'll have the prospects that are going to start consuming your content. They're going to like be interested in what you've got to say and what you're talking about, and then you start to advertise specifically across some of the online platforms like LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram. You can set up ads that only target that lower part of the funnel, okay? And that can lead to a conversation. Now, this is the bit where I mentioned before, you kind of have to combine both your sales and your marketing. It's been a learning experience here at IT Rockstars for us. It doesn't matter how cool your adverts are at that lower bit in the funnel and how much content your prospects have consumed of yours. You could have been sending out newsletters for the last 12 months. They could have been seeing you on LinkedIn with all of your in your timeline with all of your blog content. You're going to actually have to pick up the phone and speak to these people, but they're going to be far more likely to actually accept your offer of a date. And I mean a date like a coffee date. Let's find out a little bit more about each other's business. They're going to be far more likely at that lower part in the funnel, when they've seen all of your marketing material over the course of a few months. They're going to say, yeah, let's just see what you're talking about here. I'm interested. And the way you work it, basically, this gets into the sales bit. It's like, well, you just have to keep on top of it. You have to get them into your pipeline or your Excel document, and you have to just follow up on a regular basis. So that's the bit that's quite often missed when it comes to marketing. Is like, okay, there's the prospect bit, actually targeting people that you want to do business with. But then once you've marketed to them, okay, you're targeting these people, you actually have to speak to them. You can't just think that they're going to pick up the phone and speak to you. You have to speak to them. And if you've got an active sales team, then they're going to be doing this anyway. But if you're like a one-man band, if you're doing it yourself, you're going to have to pick up the phone and speak to them. And it's that simple. If you're not prepared to do that, well, then you're going to have to hire someone. And before you can hire someone to do that for you, you're going to have to grow to a particular size. And it's all possible, but I'm just putting that out there for just now. That we have members that are, maybe it's a one-man band. We've got members that are 100 in staff. But all of this complements your sales process, whatever that might be. So what do you do from here? Well, you set up IT Rockstars for the 1 month trial that we have at the moment. We've always had a 1 month free trial, and you'll be able to access all the how-to videos there. We've got a roadmap basically that will show you. Oops, let me get this. No, this looks a little bit better. That'll show you all the intricacies, all the things that you need to do here. So I'll show you things like how to use Sales Navigator correctly, how to get into the BNI directory and mine the data. We also offer premium white label content. As I mentioned, we have a couple of WordPress tools that are going to automate a lot of your marketing for you so that you can get into your prospect's head. But the number one thing that you need to do, as I say, it doesn't matter what form of marketing you're doing, you need to have a prospects list. And there's a little bit more of a mind dump or I'm going to maybe put out there a 4-letter word, but I won't mind dump. I'll just go with that. But if you can build that prospects list, it's going to help you reach the target that you're needing to get to in your business. So you've got an idea that you're wanting 12 new contracts before the end of the year. If you're needing 24 contracts before the end of the year, having this list is going to help you get there because you kind of know who you need to actually speak to. Simple as that. Anyway, that's it for today, folks. Hope you have enjoyed it. It's a little bit kind of higher level. I'm away to eat a big bag of Doritos. I love these things. I actually have to stop because I would eat that whole bag if I could. I hope you have a great weekend when it comes along, and I'll see you inside the membership here at IT Rockstars. If you're new to us, if you are an existing member and you're just following along here, we are opening up a peer group. So we're going to be opening up in the next few weeks a little bit of a peer group so we can kind of all meet each other in a Zoom room, and it's going to be a little bit of accountability. We're going to find out about each other's business and what we're doing, but we're also going to find out about what our goals are for our business. So if you're a member already, you can stick around for that, and you'll be receiving an email from me for a little bit more information about that. So that's it for today, folks. Have a great weekend. Hopefully this was useful. Take it easy, and I'll catch you later. Bye.